By now, the Switch has completely swept us off our feet. Frankly, if it wanted to, I'd let it lift me up into its strong red and blue arms and carry me into the sunset. The popularity of the console hasn't stopped growing since it launched, and it's already been established as the dominating handheld device on the market due to its versatility and the breathtaking exclusive games on offer. It's so incredible, in fact, that games that have already been out for years have players begging for them to be re-released for the Switch just so we can experience them all over again, but in a glorious handheld format. With the abundance of games joining the ranks of undoubtedly successful Switch games such as Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, we took a look at 7 re-releases coming out this September that are definitely worth your time picking up, just in case you didn't get a chance to get your hands on them for their initial release. Before we begin, I just want to give a quick shout out to Huawei HonorPlay for sponsoring this video. Now let's dig in. If there is one game on this entire list that I, in my humble opinion, believe was made for a handheld device more than anything else, it's Undertale. Undertale was originally released back in 2015 and took the world by storm, instantly becoming a classic for its innovative way of rejuvenating top-down perspective pixel games with its unique way of telling its story. Undertale tells the story of a human who falls through the mountain Mount Ebott and ends up in the underground, a world inhabited by monsters, some friendly and some not so friendly. You then get the choice to either fight the monsters or show them mercy. Each monster has its own unique attacks and personality, and if you choose to show mercy and go through the game without killing anyone, you'll have to find out what each monster wants for them to back off. Everyone is unique and no two monsters wants the same thing. Some wants to be hugged and flirted with, others want you to respect their privacy and please back 10 steps away from them, thank you. The game has about 17 different endings, if not more, so if you're looking for a game that's clever, witty, surprising, and extremely replayable, if you can stomach it, this is a fantastic game to grab as soon as it's out this month. I, for one, can't wait to revisit the Underground on every train journey I make from now on until Christmas. The next game on the list is Bastian. Bastian is a colorful and gorgeous isometric action RPG released back in 2011, with an extremely judgmental narrator that sounds like someone straight out of a spaghetti western, analyzing your every move.
Besides, if not for the calamity, we wouldn't have this distillery chock full of the finest spirits.
You venture through the floating puzzle pieces of the painterly world as the Kid. The world the Kid lives in has been destroyed and separated into the floating pieces of land you walk on. It gives the game a unique feeling as the ground only appears just before you approach it. It's riddled with enemies and loot, and there's plenty of levels and lore to dig into. Your initial mission is to search through the many pieces of land to find the cause that once powered it and bring them back to the same man who narrates your story. A fair warning, this narrator can be quite rude, and he never gets off your back if you make a poor in-game choice. The dry humor of the narrator is very much like the style of narration you'll find in the Stanley Parable. If that's a game you like, there is no doubt in my mind that you will absolutely love Bastian for its witty and at times ruthless commentary on your actions. Not to mention, the painterly style of the world is lavish and should be enough for you to at least be interested in taking a peek. But we can't present Switch games without mentioning at least one co-op game. If there's anything the Switch is good at, it's bringing people together for a bit of local co-op. Towerfall was originally released for the Ouya microconsole, but seeing as that didn't exactly work out despite the game had a startlingly positive Kickstarter campaign, the game moved over to other platforms and is now coming to Switch, and thank goodness for that. This game frankly belongs on the Switch. Towerfall feels like a classic party game made to rile you up and test your friendships with its tightly spaced arenas and archery-based combat. It's a one-hit kill game, the rounds are fast and just enough to not let your rage settle in completely before the next round begins. The Switch also allows for 6-player co-op as an exclusive battle mode rather than the original maximum of 4. If you have 6 friends that are up to the challenge and have enough elbow room to go around so you're not in risk of giving a loved one a black eye, give it a go. Considering how aggravating Towerfall can be, I'm not sure I needed more frustration and hardship in my life. I have enough of that trying to deal with Ian's jorts every day.
Hey!
But here we are with Broken Sword 5: The Serpent's Curse. It has slithered onto the Switch with its magnificent and maddening puzzles, and as if this game hasn't broken enough keyboards already, now it will be known for breaking Switch consoles as well. You will get to see the mysteries of Paris unfold in the same classic point-and-click adventure style we all know and love. The Broken Sword series has gone through quite a few makeovers, and for the 5th installment that we'll be seeing on the Switch, it keeps the 3D look they established back in the 3rd game, but with a new cel-shaded twist to bring back some of the 2D feel from the 1st and 2nd installment. Despite these stylistic changes, the game is still as equally frustrating and rewarding as the first games of the series. The next switchable game on the list is Hyper Light Drifter, a gorgeous neon-colored 2D game that, if you happen to be into games like Dead Cells, the aesthetics of this game should be right up your street. Inspired by the creator Alex Preston's own struggles with heart disease, Hyper Light Drifter is a game about a man fighting his own illness while battling through the levels of the game ridden with enemies. While paying homage to the 8-bit and 16-bit games, it does so with a fresh take on the game mechanics, staying relevant and engaging. It switches between deeply haunting imagery of screaming faces with long, thin, broken teeth to overgrown serene ruins bathed in a pink light. There is a sense of mystery and nostalgia to the game, of lore and story untold in the intensity it radiates. It's such a surreal feeling that stays present throughout the game and is bound to keep you entertained and alert for hours. Jumping to something that is a bit more lighthearted, as from time to time we all need something wholesome to delve into. We all have that one feel-good game that might be a bit silly, but it's a surefire way to calm you down and make you giggle. I for one always fall back on Stardew Valley if I need to take my mind off things. If you're looking to get such a game on your Switch, Monster Loves You might just be the thing you need. Monster Loves You is about guiding a young, newborn monster to become the best monster they can be. They can turn out as mean-spirited and malicious, or sweet and caring as you want them to. Basically, you play as the ever-present, slightly ominous, invisible parental figure of a young monster in need of guidance. The style is incredibly playful and reminiscent of children's books. But don't let that fool you, as the game is actually quite engaging for all ages. The game is presented as a visual novel, with story points popping up on the screen with several ways for you to deal with the prompts. Whether you choose a bad or a good option, your choice will decide the future of not only your monster, but also the town they live in. Intentionally or not, you might end up forcing your village into war with the nearby humans, but fight for the right cause and you could end up making peace between your village and the humans. In any case, it's a game worth taking a look at if you're looking for something to relax with on a lazy Sunday afternoon. The last game I'm about to mention isn't a re-release, but I thought it deserved a spot on the list anyway. If you're like me and you weren't born when classics like Mega Man were released back in 1987 and you've consequently missed a number of the games ever since, Mega Man 11 is a great way to get introduced to this iconic series. Both old and new fans will be able to carry Mega Man with them wherever they go and be washed over with nostalgia whenever they please, and there is something for both fans to enjoy. There is an element of discovery as you meet the new characters added to the game, while also enjoying the already established and familiar look and feel to the series. Mega Man 11 is very much a Mega Man game. Like Broken Sword, it has had a visual upgrade and ventured into the realm of 3D, but it has kept the tone of the original 2D games. I might be biased when I say this, but side-scrolling platform games are best when played on a handheld device, and the Switch presents itself as a perfect candidate for this game. Anyways, this has been 7 re-releases for the Switch that, in our opinion, are definitely worth your time checking out. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'd like to just take a quick moment to give a shout out to Huawei Honorplay for sponsoring this video. They've launched a new phone which you might fancy checking out as it's made with gaming in mind. It's possible to have a peek at their store in the links provided below. Anyway, if not, do have a look at these other videos we have on the channel. If you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon and give us a like, it's much appreciated. Most important of all though, have a lovely day. Until next time!